Welcome back, everyone. Right, let's see what we've got here. Just show what I'm using. The rod is a Creek Pro 300. The reel is Inspire Cast 3000. You've got your line at 2.7 test. Your mono leader. Now, I always use a mono leader, always, and it's always 2 meters. My hook size is 6, and I'm using worm. Quick explain. Well, I explain this quickly. I've waited for level 7 before I got a feeder rod. Now this is the feeder rod. I would have got to level 7 at Lone Star, and then I would have bought this one. I could have bought, I think it's Creek Pro 240. I think that's level 5, I think. But for the sake of like half a kilogram, plus at level 5, I couldn't got the rod stand. Because when I'm feeding, I like to use a rod stand. And for the sake of half a kilogram and waiting just for one more level, because it's level 5 for 240 and a level 7 for this one, for the sake of just 2 levels, I would have carried on float fishing until I got to level 7, because this Creek Pro is going to last me a long time. And for me personally, it's all about saving money and not. I mean, I could have easily bought a 240 at level 5 and then wait till level 6 to buy the rod stand, and then of course then I would have got the rod stand at level 6, and for an extra level I could have got this one, which I know is going to last me a long time. And it's all about saving money. Worm, I always use a lot of worm, if I can. I'll quickly show you why. Not that one. Good. Is it that's bloodworm, maggot, grasshoppers. We've got red worm there. We go down. Got red worm. Got red worm. Got red worm. The majority of the fish here take red worm. And my little value spin. This is another change. I started to, as you saw in Lone Star, it was quite unbalanced. But it is what it is. I could catch bass, I could make money, that's all that mattered. But now I'm up a few levels. Now I can start to balance things now. So I've got the Inspire 3000, the same reel as this one. That's a 2.9. Rod will take 1.5 to 3, so that's quite well balanced. And the line is slightly lighter, and it's 0.2. Yeah, 0.20 mil. With the bait coin, I think that's what you call it, I always spend them on line and on barbless hooks, and the barbless hook on this one is size 6. Right, let's go. Let's get back and do some fishing to show you everything works. You keep an eye. This is the rod stand. It's all about making money, or trying to save so much money. Like I said in the last one, it's so easy to to go up one level, and then I'm a bit worried that things are going to be a bit quiet this morning. Water looks quiet. It's so easy just to go up a level and buy the next rod. Because when I was starting off, I didn't want to and this is what happens when you use barbless hooks. You'll get bonus there. Hopefully there's grass there. Grass or, well, underwater grass or underwater weeds. They're always a good spot to fish. The water looks a bit quiet. It's a bit. I would have preferred it to be cloudy with a bit of sun. I always find a 2-meter leader, for me, does better. And I always fish like I would, say, in the real world. I'm using a 2-meter leader. The water's still, so I want so much movement in that bait as I can. And it covers a bigger area. If I can get that bait moving around in the water, if it's 2 meters, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I can imagine it's going to be moving around. You've got the weight, as you can see, and then that 2 meters is going to be spread around that weight. Where I've had a shorter leader, it's not going to cover such a larger area. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but it seems to work for me. And then you could say the same thing if you was in fast moving water, you could go a little bit shorter because you've got plenty of movement because the water's moving. I fish in this game very similar to how I would fish in the real world. If I stand in a spot like this, I wouldn't just cast here all the time, because how do I know what's there? How do I know, say, what's there? So I put a few casts there and a few there. Why here? Because of that bush. So that reminds me exactly where to fish. Why here? Because of that bush. So I can roughly fish there and there because I know the bush. Here I fish here because that's the last stake past that bush. And then I will also fish here. Why? Because it's in between these two and I know exactly, whoops, wrong one. reminds me where I excuse me, where I cast last time. I think I was doing. Oh, that looks a bit quiet, doesn't it? Oh, there it is. Thought they'd gone to sleep. Oops. So I can go back here. I'm looking at the reflection in the water. So I know roughly where I cast last time. I can cast back the same spot. Water's not the best. I wish it was a bit more. I do wish there was sun and that water was a bit warmer. Things would be a bit quicker. But I always use mono leader. I think it's the only one that gives you 2 meters, a 2 meter leader. I don't think the fluorocarbon does a 2 meter. And I said I use worm because it covers nearly every fish. The only fish it don't cover is the carp. I could go back to that bush, or I can just alternate between my marks. And also using worm, I'm not going to attract those carp. Which I don't want to. Not at this moment. I just come here in the morning and it's in a very good spot just there. It seems a bit quiet. Come on. Don't be shy. Trophy roach. 56 on experience. Um, It's surprising how much money you can make and experience you can gain. I've never had to I never got myself in a situation where I've got to a lake and I've run out of money or something, and then I had to go back 2 or 3 lakes to get more money. I don't want to put myself in a situation like that, so. Don't have to do that. That's a habit of mine, that is. Backwinding. Oh, I didn't even have time to put it in the stand. Not the fastest this morning. What have I done there? That seems a bit quiet now. That is quiet. Oh, there it is. Somebody must have been half asleep. Sometimes it does pay just to wait a little bit. That's why I always look at that clock. Let's go back there again and see if I can. It's a different place, I think. Oh no, still too far on the grass. I always say grass. It's probably underwater weeds or rushes or something. That's a bit quiet, that spot. Oh, something a bit heavier. Well, I say sometimes it pays to wait because some of the there's a lot of Persian there. Persian, Peruvian. Try again. The reason why I say wait is sometimes you'll get a trophy or unique. Sometimes they're a bit They're a trophy for a reason. They're unique for a reason. Because they're a bit weary, a bit smarter, so sometimes they're a bit slow to take the bait. But this spot is a bit slow. Come on. But I never go, when I look at that clock, I always say 15 minutes on that clock up in the left, top left. It is slow, isn't it? Just that spot. Let's try somewhere else. That's better. Alright, let's try something a bit different. Right. Now there's grass. As when I was fishing here, I saw that reed. Now, that's telling me there could be a... Oh, that's wrong. I knew that was wrong. That's telling me that there could be pike here. Because pike are lazy. They're ambush. They're not like trout or bass swimming around looking for food. They will hide in these reeds, waiting for somebody to come close enough. There's somebody there. No. Saw it swing. There it is. That's perch. It's gotta be. No extra experience because I'm using I'm not using barbless hooks on the lure. So trying to see if there's a pike in here. Maybe a bit early. I'm still asleep. Maybe a bit early for them. I have caught pike here. So I know they are, I know they will, I know they are there. They can be there. Let's try. Try this spot here. Oh, oh, come on. Oh. Somebody was thinking about it. And what I find as well, when that blue line goes like that and I miss, I never seem to catch after that for some reason. So I just wind it in and start again. I don't know what that was. Come on, pike. Don't be shy. They will go for this lure quite quick usually, or reasonably well. But they're going to prove me wrong today. And I got it on a, I know I got it on number 1, but you still catch. It's a bit early. Try one more over there. No, I'm looking for, I know there's weeds there. Not weeds. But it is a bit early, so. There's one. I think. Yeah, it looks like one. Yeah, it's a bit early for him. Yeah, it's not bad size. You can get quite busy anywhere along there. Let's go back, do a couple more casts on this one. Same again, I can see there's some grass there. And I always look along the bank for something. Oh yeah, I can see there's grass there, so if I cast here, then if I catch anything, or think it's a good spot, then I can go back to the same place every time. Which is the same in the real world when you're out there fishing. You always look for markers. One thing I will say is if you're fishing for carp, put that back to 2. Because the common carp, I think it's the common carp yeah, it is the common, isn't it? In here will hit, as we say, will hit the bait quite hard. The initial take for a carp, or common carp, he will hit quite hard. He'll take that bait quite hard and he'll push it into the red. But once you've got him on the end of the rod, you've wheeled him in a little bit, it'll take that initial, the ints are strong, so you can push that drag, tighten that drag up, pull him in. The water's getting a bit warmer, but it's not the fastest of mornings. I've known it quicker. What have I completed? Completed something. 30 on that. What have I completed? Perched captain 1. Got 1 bacon. Oh. X series mono 55mm. That's quite thick. That would come for later on. I got 3, that's good. That'll come handy. Alright, I'd like to say thank you everyone for watching. Take care, lads. Hopefully see you in the next one. Bye for now.